All right. Give some time for everyone to hop in. We'll get the case cut open and staged. Luckily, a hobby case is much easier to stack up than 40 blasters. Though it's heavier than 40 blasters. Alright, we are going to get our randomizer done. We're going to do random die. We're going to roll 2 virtual dice that roll has to be higher than 3. We're going to list a 10. You'll get to the last digit of the number you get. Roll that. 7 is the number. That's going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to reconfirm, that number is 7. Last roll. Good luck, good luck. X-ray. If we hit a 101 for any of these, go into her. Alright. Get this set up. We will save that. And we'll get this back over. Image 2. Going to turn off myself. Browse. All right, there is that. All right. Let's get our team list posted up. It's going to be quite small on the side, just with how long it is. Now we just got to get some certified filled. Alright, it's about as good as it's going to get. Tilt this down. Let me make sure it's still charging. Okay, it is. Alright, here we go. Very first superfractor I ever pulled in Topps was out of this last year, right? For the Cade Klubnik last year. Hopefully these rip open a little bit easier than what the Wonder did. Started hurting my fingers. Oh yeah, these are back to the normal. right. First box up. Acropolis, Bryce Underwood. First, Cyrus Allen for Cincinnati out of 350. Was Cincinnati one of our untaken teams? Or no, they're in the Big 12 others. Bryce Underwood, Joe Royer. If that's an auto, this is not a bad one. No, just a Marcel Reed. I should go a little bit quicker through these. Green, Joey Aguilar for Tennessee. Green Shimmer out of 99 for Beeve there. I enjoy this set because there's like 4 or 5 non-firsts that ever really get into it the next year. There's not a ton of sorting to do. Juwan Coleman for Washington. I think that's one of ours. Washington was. That is 11 of 225 going to Carey. Our auto, first one on the board. DeAndre Moore Jr. out of 150 for Texas. Gunner. So I knew that was coming. I knew someone was going to say it. All right, first X-Fractor. For Wisconsin, Billy Edwards Jr. Did we break Wisconsin out, I think? Did, to Dutes. Out of 325. Jordan Tyson. We still looking for an auto? There we are. Right at the end for Boston College, which should be ACC Others, I think. Lewis Bond. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's ACC Others. I am running low on top loaders. I have a distinct feeling for now, until I get my reshipment in, I may only top load the numbered. Everything before it comes out will be top loaded though to you guys for X-Fractors and regular refractors. But just because I've got... never mind. I should have enough. We should be good. Thought I was kind of like 1 or 2 left. One or two packs. I got like 5. It should get us through this case. Got 2 cases on the way. Well, I ordered them tonight after I did the Disney break. The only other debate is if I want to do like a blaster case of this. Color-wise, those seem to do well enough for the price point. Plus, you just get a ton of cards for it. I haven't quite decided on that yet. I just like ribbon Bowman U. Probably post up. I have 24 Mosaic Football Blasters. I'll probably price and get that one posted up tomorrow around noonish, give or take. And then again, we still have certified film. All right. Got for Nebraska, Naziah Hunter. Was Nebraska one of ours that got left? Nebraska was. That is going to be 340 out of 350. So that is going to the 0 spot, which is Rhodey. Joanna Coleman, refractor, so that's the 18 going to the Hebrews. Florida, was that another one? I'm trying to remember them all as we go. I think Florida was not taken. It was not. That is going to 0 spot. Out of 50 for Arkansas, 33 of 50, Braylon Russell. If Arkansas is not broken out, which it is not, that's going to be SEC Others going to Dis. Marcel Reed, refractor for A&M. Traber Pena out of 350 for Penn State. That was Hebrew. Croplis Levitt. So both autos should be in this side. Pryor for Cincinnati. Michael Taff, auto for Texas. Oh, the chat's going to love it. Oh, here's a nice one for Vandy. Pavia. Who ended up taking Vandy? Hebrew. Out of 350, Pavia. Didn't look great against Texas yesterday, but they almost came back and won it. I don't know why Texas let that get close. Next auto for Iowa, Mark Gronowski out of 299. Iowa, was that one of ours? I was taken by Nelly. Alexander. Pavia X-Fractor. Joy Angular, come down here. Box number 3. Should be looking for probably at least one big kahuna per case. Sometimes averages more. Like the case hit. I wish they were more loved, the big kahunas. Variation auto out of 99. Avery Johnson for Kansas State. Kansas State was one of our fillers. 9 spot going to Shaggy. Deuce Alexander for Ole Miss. We got a little Coastal Carolina in here now. Eric Rivers for Georgia Tech. Did Tech get picked up? Did for Throtty. James Peoples for Ohio State. That is going to Rhodey. Baylor. Is that one of our... Baylor to Bogey. James Cameron out of 225. Xavier Brown for Alabama. Vinny Anthony is the second for Wisconsin. Eli Stowers Shimmer, non-numbered. Anthony Evans the third. Path to Glory Beck. Backwards auto for UK. Oof, the color match. Jamarion Wilcox for Kentucky. That was split out for Hebrews. Acropolis Gunner. Justice Lowe Refractor. Like a lime green out of 275 for Missouri. Missouri was one of our fillers. That is 228 out of 275 going to the 8 spot Hebrews. Hopefully everyone's weekend's gone well. Hopefully if you're in fantasy, that went well. Had any bets, you hit them. Into box number 4. All right, here we go. Auto up, Clemson, Jay Haynes. I don't think Clemson was a standalone. Oh, it was. GD. For FIU out of 50, Keon Jenkins auto. That looks nothing like his name in any way, shape, or form. FIU should be unassigned others. Because they're not in the AAC, are they? Well, it's either Slugger or Slugger. First for Michigan State, Amari Kelly. Lime green, AJ Turner for Minnesota. I'm pretty sure Minnesota was not one taken. It was not, so that is going to be to the 9 spot going to Shaggy. Clement for Illinois. Got the Glory Nussmeyer. For Baylor, going to Bogey. Sawyer Robertson out of 325. Carson Beck. Vinny Anthony the second. Shimmer, non-numbered. Ty Simpson. Sellers. Bryce Underwood there, base. Josh Cameron. Becht. We've got for Ole Miss, Traylon Ray and a Micah Aljo. Ole Miss, no, so that's going to be SEC others going to Dis. Box number 5. right. Slater refractor for Colorado. There was a Mendoza base. Luke Altmaier for Illinois. Was Illinois taken? It was not. It's going to 198 of 325, 8 spot. Jenkins, blue out of 150 for FIU. Brennan Lewis for Memphis, refractor. There's a Sellers base brace. Jadarian Price. Becht. Gleason for Toledo. Max Clare. Well, we called a Mendoza auto. Someone said a 101, but we'll take a variation auto out of 299. We've got for Texas Tech, Coy Eakin. I don't think Tech was taken. It was not. That is going to go to 192. 192 of 225. Tough to see on here. 192, 225 to the 2 spot going to Dis. Tier there. Something else backwards here. Do we get a third auto in here? Or is this our second? No, this is just our second auto. Variation green out of 99 for Dutes, Danny O'Neill. All right, next box will put us at the halfway point of the break of the case. none of our short print mascots yet either. Make some more room in this box. Goes down a little bit more. Make sure I'm still charging. We are, but the number's going down. Started at like 42, we're down to 37. All right. Glory Mateer. Dawson Pendergrass for Baylor, going to Bogey. Vizina. First Stribling. Clemson Wesco Jr. out of 275. Jack Endries, Refractor. Next auto for Pitt, Kenny Johnson out of 150. It was not a standalone, if I remember correctly, so that should fall into ACC, I think. Hayes King. Jair Hill. Rocco Becht out of 325. That should be Nelly. I think took both the Iowas. Yes, he did. Central Michigan Labus out of 325. DeAndre Moore. Harbor. Did I miss an auto? No, we got two. Emmett Brown for Coastal Carolina and a Owen McCown. goodness. We're down. Trying to swipe and see how it's still charging. And we went down. Y'all looked at my chin for a second. All right. Acropolis Beck. First for USC, Kennedy Urlacher. USC was in Big Ten Others, going to Slugger. First, Malachi Murphy. We've got Kaden Hauser out of 50. Should be East Carolina. I think those are unassigned others. Or they're AAC, but I don't think it's AAC. Steve Angeli out of 350 for Syracuse. Graves. Did I say Eastal? Coastal Carolina. No, that's East Carolina. It's late. My brain ain't working. AJ Turner was Minnesota. That is going to the 2 spot. Isaac Brown, Louisville. Another nice color match. BYU out of 150. Centering looks okay. Howard McCowan. Dean's List. This is a case hit. Dante Moore for Oregon. Hopefully we still get a big kahuna. Oregon did get taken, right? Yeah, for Dis. Acropolis, Bryce Underwood, blue out of 150. Nice color match. For Gabe. I'm not looking too close as I'm doing it, Adam, but I don't see anything glaringly jumping out. 10:30 and I'm already yawning. I think it's the more, it's such a low number. We only hit a couple 50s. Let's get like an out of 25 or a out of 5. Got Anthony Evans, refractor. For Indiana, D'Angelo Pons out of 299. How about unclaimed team 9? Did I mess something up somewhere? Well, we got an out of 25. Wesco Jr., beautiful color match on it for Clemson. Nine's got a fair amount. 9 and 8 have probably hit the most so far of all of our serials. Joey Aguilar out of 150 for Tennessee. Going to Beeve. Got refractor low. Out of 50, Hunter for Nebraska. That is going to the 8 spot, 28 of 50. Colorado, Draylon Miller first out of 350. That should be Big 12 others. Xavier Brown. Lewis. Morton for Texas Tech. That is non-numbered, so that's going to the 0 spot. Do we get... I don't know. I keep forgetting we hit an auto really quick in a box, and then I forget that we hit it. 4 boxes left in the case. All right. Crobus Dante Moore. Arizona State University, Udo. Arizona State taken. It was not. That is one of our fillers. Going to the 7 spot, 247 and 275. Sam Levitt. For Arizona State, that is 195. Garrett Nussmeier out of 50 for LSU. Hasn't had a great season, but Biggs taking that one. I think there were some higher expectations for LSU, especially how the season started. Reed Harris. Chase Roberts. Ooh. BYU. LJ Martin auto. Emmett Brown refractor. Quincy Porter first. Orange, Braylon Russell. Should be SEC others for Arkansas, I think. Yes, SEC others. Wayshawn Parker. Quincy Porter auto for Ohio State. And a Taylor Tatum. My tower of top-loaded cards is getting quite big over here. 2 packs top loaders left. All right, we got 3 boxes left in the case. Looking for like a true monster here somewhere. All right, here we go. For Arizona, lock. Is Arizona by itself? No. That's going to be big 12 others. Miller Moss. LaShawn Williams out of 350. McCray. Jair Hill for Michigan. B will take that. Joey Aguilar out of 150 auto. We've hit 3 numbered for Aguilar. Justin Marshall out of 350. 2 boxes left. All right. Still looking for an out of 5. Not sure if this is 8, 9. No, just a standard. Dallas Wilson. For Oklahoma, Peyton Bowen. I think Oklahoma is one of the unclaims. It is. That is 3 out of 350 going to Slugger. Anthony Rogers. Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but the number on the match still matches every other card. Maybe it is. It's set to the side anyways. Bussy. Nussmeier Refractor. Malik Muhammad Auto for Texas. Joanna Coleman Auto for Washington. That is 130 out of 299. Going to that 0 spot for Rhodey. Dante Moore. Yellow out of 350. Nate Johnson for Utah. It's going to be Big 12 others. In towards the end, and now I have so much to sort. I'd be a little disappointed if the case hit that we got was Dean's List and not Big Kahuna. I like the Big Kahunas. We got one more box, but... Alright, last pack of top loaders. Here we go. Last box of the case. Cincinnati, Evan Pryor. Hoy Eakin. Out of 5. OSU, Pistol Pete. Variation Auto. Who had Oklahoma State's going to be Big 12 unassigned going to Hebrews. We said we hadn't hit a mascot, and then we hit a Pistol Pete out of 5. We've got Campus Star Signatures Lewis Bond. 2 Lewis Bond autos in this. I don't know how I'm feeling about that either. By out of 15. This is now our 3rd auto in the box. Dylan Stewart for South Carolina. That is going to Inflation. Out of 15. White on white. Weeks. Got another backwards card coming. Terry Bussey. Johnny Daniels from Mississippi State. I think they were the SEC others. Kelly. Beck, Refractor. Nussmeier, X-Fractor. For Miami, out of 99, Frederique Jr. Miami going to Appret. Zollers for Missouri. That is one of our fillers. Going to the 9 spot. And an Eli Sanders to finish the break off. So we got one extra auto in the case. I'm assuming it was because the one is a Campus Stars auto. Which is probably like an insert extra auto. And a Pistol Pete. Do we think that's just whoever the kid is that like is inside him and signs for that? I don't know. All right, that is going to do it for the night. Still got some certified filling. I don't know if anything more has been taken in it. Has not. We're down to 7 teams in that. Pretty chunky filler on that one with the teams that are left. But hopefully we can get that filled and run tomorrow and keep chunking through that case this week. So thank you once again for joining, everyone, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.